How much water do I drink in a day with all the protein that I consume? So I just received that question. And I'm going to tell you I really don't know how much water I consume during a day. It's not something that I track because I drink to thirst and I've felt very hydrated for a long time. But I do want to share some thoughts that I have about hydration because it's more than how much you're drinking. It's when you're drinking it and what you're drinking it with or without. So let's dive in. So we all know we need water, we need to stay hydrated. And for years and years and years, many of us have heard you're not drinking enough water, you're not drinking enough water. And yeah, if you're thirsty all the time, if your skin's dry, yeah, you probably know you may know you need to be drinking more water. If your pee is really dark in color, you need to be drinking more water. On the other hand, if it's completely clear, you might be drinking more water than you need, or even it's possible to drink too much water. So there's a rule of thumb that's been thrown around for a long time that you should drink at least, well, you should take your weight. Let's think about what's this calculation? Let's do this math here. So whatever your weight is in pounds, you should drink that half of that amount in ounces of water every day. For example, if your weight is 150 pounds, that means you should be aiming for at least 75 ounces of water a day. Now, that's a rule of thumb. I'm not sure where that came from. I would guess that I know, I wouldn't guess. I know that I drink more than that every day. Because when I'm out and about, I'll fill up a 30-ounce Stanley and take it with me with some water and electrolytes, and I'll chug that thing down. Not chug, but I'll, finish it off. I always drink a glass of water when I get up in the morning, and I hydrate in between my meals. So I know that I'm exceeding that, but I'm also not tracking my water or forcing any amount of water on myself. I'll hear people that say they drank a gallon of water a day when I don't know there's days where you probably need a gallon of water and there's days where you don't. So what I believe is more important than the amount is the timing, and is the water actually getting into your cells where you need it? So timing. First of all, you don't want to drink it all at once. You want to be spacing it throughout the day. Otherwise, if you get it all in, your body's gonna have to get it all out. But more than that, you want to hydrate between meals as much as possible. I received this tip. It was actually don't drink while you eat, which is the way I used to present it. People would be like, what? But from a chiropractor probably 40 years ago, and it changed my life. I was having a lot of digestive distress. And one tip that he gave me was to stop drinking while I eat. Like if I need a couple sips, that's okay, but hydrate in between meals. And boy, was that a game changer. I had to do some other things over time. It wasn't until 15 years ago that I really corrected my digestion 100%, but boy, that made a big difference. So hydrate in between your meals. Your digestion, you don't need to be washing your food down with water. What you're doing then is almost like diluting the digestive juices. You're chewing, smelling the food, chewing the food. All of that is starting up the digestive process. We need to chew our food well. If we're drinking a lot of water or, God forbid, soda with our meals, we are probably not chewing as much. And that's so important for good digestion, for actually breaking this food down that it can be assimilated by our bodies. Also, if we're drinking that with our meals, we're just getting that bloated, overly full feeling that none of us are available for. So it's another flat belly tip too, like hydrate in between meals. But also, is the water getting into your cells where it's needed? This is why I use a mineral-rich salt to season my food. You don't need to be afraid of salt. I use Redmond real salt. I actually buy this in 10-pound bags and refill these little canisters. I even carry this with me when I travel. I have mini canisters. So this is a mineral, Himalayan salt is like this. Just sea salt is often crap and has plastics found in it. So sea salt isn't good enough. This is the brand I love because it's completely unrefined. It comes from these mines in these pristine salt mines in Utah. Contains tons of trace minerals that our body needs. So I salt my food with this. Those trace minerals help make sure that the water is able to cross that cell membrane and get into and out of our cells as needed. I also use electrolytes from that same company. I use these daily, usually twice a day in the summer, not necessarily every single day in the winter, but these also, electrolytes are minerals with an electrical charge that again help the water get in and out of the cells as it's needed. They help it go through that membrane. So yes, we need to hydrate. And it's more than just drinking a lot of water. It is when and how you're drinking it. So hope you found this helpful. Drop any questions in the comments. I do have a discount code for Redmond. Full disclosure, I'm an affiliate, but I was using their products for years. And talking about them for years and eventually became an affiliate for them. So I will drop that discount code in the comments here if you want to try these products out. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I love the questions I'm getting. I love the feedback. If you like my content, please hit subscribe, share this stuff. Let's get the word out there that you can love your body and your life at any age. This is 58. No filters.